Banana peels.
Orange slice. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ASL Season 4. This is the Prime League, and it is Group D. We are in match number 2 of the night. I'm Tempo, joined by Rifkin, and hey, one of these players is going to be going to the winner's match to face off against Patience. Which one is it gonna be?
Well, Tempo, to kick this series off, spawning here in the bottom right corner of the map, we got our blue Terran player from My Insanity. It's gonna be
Jjakji.
And his opponent spawning opposite of him, top left in cross spawns with a bit of, I guess, lag because he's coming from North America. It's
Hydra. Man.
All right.
Oh, man.
I actually got to see Jjakji just earlier today even. He played against Party in the My Insanity versus Yoi Flash Wolf show match. It's kind of cool to see, a little bit abrupt, sadly, because Party went full cheese on him, but hopefully that's not holding him back here in this game.
No, for sure. I mean, he is opening up with the CC first, and Hydra is opening up in a kind of more familiar way, Hatch Gas Pool. And you know, Hydra actually, I had the pleasure of not casting him, but I did get to check him out in that Gfinity qualifier, and he ended up making it through. So this guy, man, Hydra is just on some other, I don't want to say like on another level. You know, he's just everywhere now. You know, now that he's able to really do a lot of tournaments that are outside of Korea and Kespa, we're seeing him everywhere. WCS America, he made it to the round of 16. Just qualifying for that Gfinity once again.
Yeah, actually, it's interesting. I want to give a small nod to Root Gaming off that point, too. A lot of people kind of making jokes like, you know, why did these Koreans, why did Supernova, why did Hydra join Root, what are they going to get? They're just going to fade into nothingness. You look at Supernova, he just made it back into GSL. You look at Hydra, he's kicking ass in WCS. I mean, I want to take a moment, of course, to just give some recognition to the fact that Root has not held them back in the slightest.
Not at all. I mean, if anything, more people have heard about him. And then just being a player that would play maybe once a week in Pro League or something. And obviously he's always been a strong player, but not everybody's able to stay up to watch that or even check it out. So they might hear about him on the forums or hear about him on Reddit, but they never really get to see him play. And it's been such a good treat to be able to actually see him. He's so successful so far. So, but Jjakji, of course, another player who, going to My Insanity, same kind of deal. Getting to see a lot of him in a lot of events, whether they be Dream Hacks or pretty much anything. Now you just see him on a lot of these online cups too, and these clan war, like you did mention as well. So gotta love it, man, that they're still holding strong despite them not necessarily being on a team that they have like the best of the best practice partners, but still very, very strong nonetheless.
I love the Hydra staring down these rocks, by the way, Tempo. As a Zerg player yourself, I'm sure you've been scumbagged by a tank drop or two behind this.
I mean, it is so frustrating, especially in the earlier stages when people were figuring out the maps. But even nowadays, you still see Zerg players not tear down the rocks, and even though you don't see that Siege tank play as much, there's been some times where we have seen it here on the ASL and just in general, so it's definitely a possibility. But he's not going to take any precautions, and what else are these Queens and Lings going to do, right? They're just going to sit around, just...
Do you mean he'll take every precaution?
Oh.
Because if he's not taking any precautions, doesn't that mean he's unprepared?
No, I said take every, right?
No, you say he's not taking any.
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. Sorry.
He's got to do the opposite of that, Tempo. He's taking the precautions right now.
I meant to say taking every precaution, and maybe I didn't say not taking any risks or something.
There you go. That sounds bad.
Bam!
We'll call it that.
English.
We'll call it that.
English is hard, man.
You freaking is. Sometimes, dude, I'm not even sure it's my native tongue.
I feel the same way. But I guess 84% of the times when I'm speaking it decently, it should make up for the rest of it.
You would think.
Looking at you would think, no, but everyone only pays attention to that other,
Song lyricists such as yourself tries to save the Overlord. Now, you know, this is coming with a double armory behind it, or double engineering bay behind it. There's not exactly a huge push coming up the back end of this. This is just standard poke with a couple Marines. this should have done so much more if there was, say, Hellbats involved. But the Banshees are a little bit later. The Marines get picked off pretty quickly, and the Hellions are way too low to continue pressuring. So saves the Overlord, loses the Queen. Honestly, not too bad of a trade, though, for either player, really.
Yeah, not bad that Jjakji was able to get back his Hellions. Although they are kind of rolling on one wheel. He's going to make it back, get that repair on most likely. And behind it, he's going to be doing the Cloak Banshee. I don't know, did he get the Cloak, actually? Yeah, he did get Cloak with the Banshee, but it's not going to matter if it's in range of a Spore Crawler. But he will get a few kills right outside of range in that sweet spot. And he also sees the Spire timing. So really nice. Oh,
nice picked off though. Yeah. So this was not too bad for Hydra for the defense. Jjakji's really not torn too much apart. 4 workers have been killed. Hardly devastating. Hydra's on 3 bases. The Spire's on the way, and he's shaping up quite nicely for the mid game.
He is, and Jjakji himself, he's only going to stop at 2 Banshees, not committing too much to them at all, either with the Hellions. So he's just trying to get as much damage as he can get done, get that scouting info, and then just go back into that regular bio. 1-1 on the way. Stim is about to complete, and Hydra, though, looking very standard himself. This is just the most standard thing you could see. Getting that 3rd up, not playing it too greedy, and then taking the 4th because he has recognized that it is a 3. Has he seen the 3rd command center? He has, so he knows. Both players just playing very, very safe and reacting to the scouting information that is given to them. And this is going to go into a very nice game on cross positions on Deadwing, of all things, too.
But that's the thing. I mean, cross positions on Deadwings, cross position on any of these bigger maps, they're always going to give a little bit of an edge to the Zerg player on. The rally works a lot better for a person with fast units rather than a person with slow units. And I think one of the big things for this is Jjakji. It's not like he's playing mech or anything crazy. No, he's sticking with the BIOS. So it's going to be tangoing with the mutas. He's going to be having to dealing a lot with these Baneling trades in the middle of the map. And we'll see if his Widowmines can get the job done. It does feel more often than not that Widowmines are not the greatest units sometimes.
I agree. They can be pretty hit or miss. Well, they always hit, but it depends if they hit you or them. So.
Exactly. They can be pretty hit, but you're not the way you were thinking.
Not a good hit at all. I like it, though. A player like Hydra who really focuses on creep spread no matter what style he does, even if it's Ling Bling Muta or Roach Hydra. I've seen him do Roach Hydra before, and he always focuses on that creep spread. Really nice moves here from Jjakji. Not going to take any damage from this initial Muta flock. But that's not what the Mutas are usually doing in this matchup at this stage of the game of StarCraft 2. They usually get in, get the map control, see what little damage they can get done, and then they're there to kill the medevacs when they retreat. So
harass the natural, just be a pain in the ass, generally speaking.
Pretty much. Jjakji looking like he's going to be pretty prepared for that, though. But both players really setting up for that macro game. 3rd command center up and running here for Jjakji, and the 4th is already done here for Hydra. This is it, man. This is going to see who has it. Who is bringing the juice today, man. It's going to be who's on top of their macro. Will the drop be able to do any damage?
Who's drinking their Capri Sun, Simpo?
Drinking the Mondos. Do you remember Mondos, please? I don't know if you have them, but...
Are those the little, like, plastic bottles?
Yes,
the
and they have the faces on them.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, you're killing me with nostalgia. Not really. I mean, the workers killed doesn't really...
Like they were.
Hydra didn't even kill a single. He killed 1 SCV.
Hey man, that's more than 0.
No, 1 is less than a bit. I'm gonna have the opposite of having your back on this one. You're wrong. It's 1 SCV.
I didn't say a bit. I said 1. I said it's more than 0, man.
Okay, that's true. The Baneling count, by the way, look at that units tab. Kind of building up. 26, not too bad. He's got about another 6 in production. Doesn't have speed just yet, but any second now he will.
Yeah, and Jjakji is well aware of this as Hydra's setting up to go in for the attack.
Oh, but the Hellbats. Yeah, they try to get some shots off. They go for the Zerglings instead of the Banelings, so way too many Banelings get through. No Widowmines to speak of here in the front lines.
Yeah. Where were they? I don't even know where they were. I could have sworn that he moved out with a few of them. But Hydra does that without even Baneling speed, and he's mining off of his 4th base, so he's dealt with that first initial wave without really taking too much damage, which means that Jjakji is not going to be able to put on that pressure that can snowball if you do take too much damage and you don't deal with it accordingly as a Zerg player. Wow.
Well, army values right now not looking too bad. It's just interesting to see Jjakji behind on the upgrades. I think this is definitely not going to come into too big of an effect as this 2-2 is finishing shortly, but it's, for me, going to come down a lot to these Widowmines. Can they get used effectively or not? It's so frustrating. You set up this nice line of Widowmines and they just send it 1 Zergling at a time, picking it off 1 at a time.
Yep.
painful to say the least.
It is. But it's nice to see that Zergs have kind of adapted to that. I mean, not just now, but I feel like around the 2014, mid-2014, Zergs didn't just A-move like they did in Wings of Liberty and just lose everything. They've been really microing against those Widow Mines, and there you go. Oh, that's a decent hit, but that's a decent hit.
It is, but they're going off on the Zerglings, not the Banelings, and that's the problem for this. So the Marines keep heading backwards just to, eventually die? Like, ugh.
Yeah, there's not even any medevacs here. Getting cleaned up, Jjakji is. The medevacs going the opposite way, not even supporting their homies.
So in the favor of Hydra. Oh my goodness.
Oh, for sure. And he's just mining so much. He's going to be able to keep on putting pressure on. There are 3 Widow Mines here at the third of Jjakji, who is not mining from a 4th. He's only just now creating it. And Hydra's taking a 5th base. He's up on those upgrades. 3-3 has not even started here for Jjakji.
Yeah, I got it, Tim. But you know what the 4th base of Jjakji said?
What did it say?
Don't mind me. Sadly, the Marines do get taken out by the Banelings, so the Mutalisk might not get touched through this. Another Widow Mine. Oh, we're going to go off on Lings. Nothing quite working out here for Josh. He pulls off the 3rd base. Probably the best move he can make right now. Fight around that bunker, wait for those Widow Mines to come off cooldown, but this is getting not getting any better anytime soon.
No, it is not. Although 3-3 just now started, in between that time, Hydra's not going to let up. He's going to just continue to be pumping out units. And I'm wondering if he does. Where's his gas income going into? I believe he put down an infestation pit, but hasn't started the hive just yet. So he will be able to go up to hive, because once you deal with that pressure, you really feel, you feel like the ability in order to go up to hive, in order to get adrenal glands. You could even throw in infestors if you really wanted to. But this is nice for a Zerg player, and Jjakji needs to do something here, or else he is going to start to fall behind in that time where he's trying to get 3-3 and get that really nice solid advantage.
I can't believe the supply dips that have gone so far. I mean, it's really been tough for Jjakji to say the least, but it gets a little bit harder as time goes on. This Mutalisk camp starts bulking up, and well, on one hand, yes, you can kind of say sometimes Thors will save your ass. Sometimes Thors are completely ineffective versus the Mutalisks too. A lot of it comes down to control more than anything else.
Yeah, and I mean, it's cross-position as well. They take forever to get across the map if you're trying to actually put pressure on. You don't want to be stuck at your base just trying to defend, but that may be Jjakji's only choice here, as he is down in supply. Hydra is maxed out, spending every ounce of mineral. Oh! Gotta watch out for those mutas. You never want to lose them. The sign of a really good Zerg player is their muta retention, so
yeah,
once you're able to get them up.
You're bound to lose Mutalisk over the course of the game, but it's a question of, oh my god, these Widow Mine shots finally, something goes well for Jjakji. That one worker killed suddenly turns into almost 20, and it's about time something goes this way.
Yeah, and another drop inside of the main. Overseer is going to see it. But the units of Hydra are all going around, and this is giving Jjakji the time that he needs in order to get that 3-3, in order to get his 4th running. So this drop going to get cleaned up. Mutas are going to deny that, say you and go nowhere.
Oh god, where does he think he's going? Where is safe in this?
I mean, if anything, it gets the mutas away from this push that's happening at the middle of the map, but that's about it, right? It allows Jjakji to set up a nice position if he's able to get it, but that's a lot of creep. There are quite a few Banelings, 16 morphing in addition to the 32 that are here. And the 3rd is under siege, but a medevac goes down. But a sick drop going at the 5th of Hydra too, but he has to pay attention. Jjakji does, splitting at the last minute.
I'm loving the multitasking, but more so I love that split. The Marauders with the concussor shells were so perfect. Right there, right there, to show the example of how you're supposed to use these units, but come to the backside, he's eventually going to lose everything, so tries to take a Mutalisk or 2 with him on the way out. Left side of the map, though, that drop does get cleaned up due to the static defense. So Jjakji, again, down in supply.
He is down in supply, but he has secured his 4th base. He's going to get on that 3-3. It is done. So this is his time. The point of vulnerability for Hydra, at least in the battles. But is it even really that much of a vulnerable spot here? Hydra feels like he's able to continue to put pressure on. But it depends if he's able to get through here without getting obliterated by these Widow Mines that are really nicely spread here from Jjakji. Another drop getting taken out at the bottom left corner of the map. This could get dicey if Hydra gets a foothold in this. Oh my god, the Widow Mines, Rifkin, it's all about it.
If he can get that stick, I mean, Jjakji, it was Jjakji at IEM or whatever that was that got the amazing Widow Mines on Daedalus Point and won in that game. But I don't know, man. It's asking a little too much, I think, at this point. The Thor's trying to keep up with this. The SCVs, that's the thing, too, that's really nice. He's losing SCVs as you would versus Mutas, but he's not getting devastated through this. He's constantly pulling away, but that 4th base under attack while the Mutas distract the entire army. The 3rd splitting against these Widow Mines. They're going off on almost nothing, a couple of Zerglings at a time.
Nothing got hit there. The banelings are still intact. And now Jjakji is going to go to retreat to his fourth, but that's a bunch of Marauders again. And a planetary.
No. Clumps up the SCVs to prepare the planetary. Up in a moment of panic, to say the least.
Yeah, fighting through the despair of... imagine that. You try to repair it. That's your last wish. Just as long as the planetary lives, tell my mother and my wife and my kids I love them. But
tell my mother.
It's not going to be the case.
I'm in the
The obituary, that'd be an embarrassing one, right? Had his hammer and his wrench out, his arc light spinner, and but this is nice from Jjakji. Putting the pressure here on Hydra. Oh my god, he's gonna target the Spire before it gets that +2 attack. The Transfuse is gonna go down before it does get cleaned up, but will it go down? 2 Marauders. The Radio Brothers not gonna be able to take it out just yet, but another engagement in the middle.
Did you see the Maradio Brothers?
Yo, the Super Maradio Brothers.
I love it, I love it. Ultras finally getting into the fight, but you know what, here's the thing, Thors are pretty good against Ultras in low numbers. As we can see, they are actually demolishing the 3 Ultras that came into that little alcove. And you can always pick them up. Oh, the pickup on a Judge! Something along the lines of Flash, triple drops, but has got to unload them because the Beatles catch him off guard. Still, these Thors got more than cost efficiency out of themselves.
Yeah, why should you walk a 4 across the map when you can
go on the Beatles, go on the Beatles, go on the Beatles! Was up on the Ultralisk.
That was a close call there, but Jjakji is putting on the pressure. The supply is now equal, and you're looking at the army supply in favor of Jjakji because of all of the SCVs that Hydra had been killing, so he's just been replacing it with army. And 7 Ultras are on the way. How many Marauders are on the map? 14. There's only 14 and 29 Marines, and only 3 medevacs.
But there's no support for the Ultralisk. They're just coming in with Ling support. Truth be told, Ultras alone are very inefficient units. They're not scary. You can kite them with Marines, you can kite them with Marauders, get those Widowmine shots down. Without Mutalisk, Baneling, or even Infestor support, these are not that threatening. I'm feeling better and better about Joshy's position in this game, despite his supply deficit.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of Ultras, and without that support, there aren't even any Banelings, I don't think. There's not one Baneling on the map, because he feels like perhaps there's going to be too many Marauders, but...
Tempo, I was wondering why I didn't have Mutalisk. His Spire's being rebuilt. He lost the Spire through these attacks.
Oh, he ended up... Oh, Jjakji went back to get it. Wow, really nice move. Jjakji is playing pretty well here.
Ultras.
He's getting back into it, man. He secured the 5th base. Jjakji, man, this could actually be really nice for him. It's going to be a bunch of Ultras. And if Jjakji is able to do some good SimCity, then they're not going to get those connections that they need in order to get the surround. There's no Infestors to fungal them down. Not even... Here come the Banelings. 6.
Oh, man, he
6
does
Banelings.
This is going to hurt. Some new freshly dropped Mule is going to go bye-bye pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. That is going to be pretty painful here. But so is this Mutas that are flying into the Marines. Jjakji, I think he's doing it. He may have been down in supply earlier, but now he has taken that supply lead, and he's also mining from his base, so he's going to be pretty fine. I think he's perfectly content being on 46 SCVs because the main and the natural have been mined out. This is crazy. 5 Infestors are on the way, though, so he will add that to the repertoire. And if he was able to get a sick fungal and this surround this army, it would be bad. But it's all about getting those fungals. And the creep spread has been beaten back by Jjakji, but Hydra is trying his best to continue it, at least down the middle of the map. And how many Mutas are on? There's only 3 Mutas on the map!
So I'm talking about Tempo. He wasn't able to build them for so long. Now he spent all of his gas on these Ultras. Big, clunky, clumsy units. He's going to go for a Greater Spire. This is ambitious, to say the least. Yeah. Now, I'm having a bit of a moment here. This is still game 1, I believe, correct?
Oh my god, it is. Yes, you are correct.
This has been a pretty awesome series so far between the two of them, but we've still got some more games to be had, no matter what. Now, that being said, the Greater Spire, I don't know that this can really come into effect. If he does get this down, it will catch Jjakji off guard, because Jjakshi's not even anywhere close to thinking Vikings right now, but he's got to get through these Ultras first. Widowmine's
oh my god, that's a lot of Ultras.
Yeah, but the Widowmine's do some good damage. The Thors are really strong, but can he kite long enough? As you pointed out, there's a lot more Ultras than there are Marauders, but look at this Bio Cluster stand strong.
Oh my god, that is just out of control. So many of them are going to get taken out, even saving those Thors.
Dropping the natural, drop on the 5th at the same time, yeah.
Yuda's coming back out.
It's taking a surprisingly long time to kill the Marauders. Yikes, that armor effect is really nice. 5th base, yeah, doing a little bit better than the other one was. Going to try and focus on hatchery. Not a bad move. Not a great move, but not a bad move.
Yeah, none of these units can really
Oh,
get the
last
surface
shot!
area.
Marauder, yeah!
He got him, boys! And that is a good win there for Jjakji, who is my eyes gonna lose a medevacs, but that's really not that bad. He still has 5, and the Widow Mines are gonna go and finish it off the medevac.
Yeah, the tunnel vision was really nice, but the Widow Mine's always straight up better. I mean, a Mutalist guy's 100, Widow Mine's 25, 75, are really not that much in comparison, so it's really nice getting the shots off. Really nice killing a Mutalist, even if you don't kill 7 of them. But I guess for Jjakji...
You had 5 and... Oh, there they are. I was going to say, where did the Infestors go?
Yeah, I was going to say, Jjakji's not had to deal with fungal growths to this point. Sticky Feet can be a good way to get those Ultras to catch that army that normally kites them all day.
Yeah, just stand still. I just want to hug you is what the Ultras have been saying this whole game, and they may be able to get that if those Infestors are able to get into this equation. They've been just hanging out, finally. This could be it. And you know what? Jjakji's not even thinking about splitting right now because Banelings haven't been part of the equation for a while either. So here it comes. Oh, those Widow Mines gonna take out those Infestors, but those are sick fungals.
And the fungal's gonna hold everything in place. He can't kite the Ultras like he would before. However, still gonna get some pretty cost-effective trades out of this.
Yeah, and another drop inside of the natural. There's nothing for them to shoot. He says, what? Going for that hatchery. Ultras finally getting the love that they deserve. They did not have any dates on Valentine's Day, but hey, it's okay. March is a new month. And he's going to spread that love because he's just pushing onto the map. He's continuing to do this as he deals with, well, at least that Hydra's trying to deal with all these drops, man. He's getting peeled apart. Oh my god, I think that Jjakji's going to be able to do this. There are 4 Corruptors on the way, but is Jjakji even going to give Hydra the time to get the Broodlords out? Ultra's in a pretty bad position. These Marauders and Marines are going to do quite a bit of work. Oh, using the terrain to their advantage as well. Oh man, there is so much flashing lights across the minimap as Jjakji is dropping everywhere. At the 4th, at the 5th, at the 3rd with that positioning. Hydra can't even use his multitasking to deal with them all at the same time.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit painful for Hydra at this point. He's got no money left to work with. Those Ultras are really expensive, and they never really paid off at this point. So all these extra bases going down, he can't actually afford to replace them anymore.
No, he's broke. He's up to 50 minerals.
He'll lose
barely even mining.
That southern base going down. He lost one of the 2 at the natural. And third base, GG.
Oh, Jjakji gonna do it. Holy moly, that was a sick game, man. Thought he was almost down for the count, but Jjakji bringing it. Players who need no introduction, but ha, suckers, we're gonna do it anyway.
Wait, why would you say that? Why would you go, all right, well, these guys need no introduction, so enjoy.
Because esports, Rifkin, because esports.
Just enjoy the game, guys. There's no introductions. They don't need it.
No, I said we're gonna do it anyway.
No, dude, they don't need introductions. Why would we do them?
Because...
Timbo, what kind of con artist are you, dude? Like, they don't need introductions. You just said it yourself.
I mean, there's some times where you don't need something, but you get it anyway, right? Like, Bill Gates probably doesn't need any money, but he gets it on a daily basis.
You don't always get what you want, but sometimes, if you try real hard, you get what you need. And what we need is an introduction to the player at the top right corner of the map. Cameraman, please! It's gonna be a red Zerg player from Root Gaming! Root for Roots!
Hydra!
And his opponent in the bottom left. This man needs no introduction, so he won't. He is gonna have an expansion coming up pretty quick, though, with the CC.
Have you ever heard a laugh in an echo before? Jjakji!
Alright, so this really quick command center is not something... You know, it's weird. You would assume this is kind of like Ultra Zeem. You would assume it's more like Van Eye Research Station. You would assume it's more like Nimbus. You've got this in-base expansion. Why not go CC first every single game? But honest to God, I think this is the first time I've seen CC first on Secret Spring. So we'll see how this greed benefits Jjakji. It's not as easy for Hydra to just be like, oh, you win CC first? I'll take 3 bases on a map like this. It's...
Yeah. That third base is so... man. It's so far away, and it has 2 entrances. It's just like TVP nightmare for sure.
I was supposed to say nice job on the intros, by the way.
Hey, that was all you too, man. 50-50. We don't shorthand anybody that is gonna contribute.
Fitty.
50-50. Right down the middle.
Did you see that thing where he's like, how you know how to pronounce his name?
No.
So Fitty said, he's like, if you look at the American flag and you say, there are exactly 51 stars or whatever on the American flag, you say, my name is 50 cents. But if you look at the American flag, you're like, I don't know, is that about a 50, 52? I don't know, some stars like that on the flag? You call me 50 cents.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing really poorly, but the guy's got a good sense of humor. This is kind of cute.
He really
Hydra
does.
knocked down the rocks. I don't know why he feels pressured to do this, though. He saw CC first. That doesn't mean a Hellbat push coming at like a 9-minute timing. So I don't know what he's hoping to do with this.
Looks like the Hellions don't really care. They're just like, all right, I'm just gonna don't mind you.
We're just gonna get stuck on this side of the map. No big deal.
Yep, they're not going anywhere, man. Maybe they don't want to, but that's gonna be funny when he does try to go back and he realizes that he let those Zerglings do it. Probably wouldn't even realize that. He's like, how the hell did I get here, man? It's like, oh, dude, where's my car? Oh.
An old man waking up like, oh, where am I? What year is it?
What year is this? Yeah, but I like what Hydra's doing. This is different. He's going for the 2-base Muta style, delaying his third but quite a bit, and he knocked down those rocks. Whoa! Yo, buddy, man! Can you hear me?
Alright, you know what? This is what here's what the Legacy of the Void unit we need is like an all-terrain vehicle.
Yo, that can just drive over anything.
Yeah, dude.
Drive
Cliffs,
up cliffs,
rocks, who cares?
rocks,
Yes, you could put some
rivers.
serious suspensions in there and just start bouncing around.
They're like a hovercraft. You go on like the outside of the map of Catalina where there's so many different, there's so much water space. Oh, these Hellions are not gonna have a good time, man. They're gonna be there for a while.
Dude,
for a hell of a long time.
They need to pull a Warcraft 3. Like, Warcraft 3 did that thing where they introduced ships to the game, which I thought was really fucking cool. Every race had like its own ship. Like, what if they did that and suddenly had like water combat, not just air combat in StarCraft 2?
That would be really cool. If they and the maps would be so much more diverse too. You'd have these different, you'd have to. Whoa. Anyways, you get what I'm saying. I think that would be really cool.
Another wish for another day.
Another wish, another day. Maybe StarCraft 4. We'll see.
Wait, we need StarCraft 3 first.
I know, but maybe it won't be in StarCraft 3, and just gotta wait till 4.
That's too long for me.
Yeah, it would be too long for me too. I don't know if I'd be alive by then, because you never know how long it'll take for the next installment to come. But this is cool. This is really cool. The 2-base Muta means that he's not going to get pressured by Hellbats or Hellions for this time being. And then his third is relatively safe. Except for when the medevacs do come out, of course. But it allows him to do this kind of 2-base Muta style. Force Jjakji to play a little bit more defensive and get those turrets up maybe a little earlier than he had wanted to. And then he's able to drone up. You saw like 14 drones on the way just a second ago. Going up to maybe even 70 in a bit. And Jjakji is still on... he's on 3 command centers, but he's mining off of 2. But he's just going to play it out the way that he plays it, I guess.
It's going to be the way it's going to be.
It's just going to be the way it's going to be, Riff. Don't change what ain't... Wait, god damn it. What's the word? What's that saying? Fix what ain't broken.
Yeah.
There we go. So, even that Overlord, he had one job, but he just is going to run away like a punk. When he could have stayed there...
Like a punk.
On that base for a bit more.
No good ne'er-do-well.
Nope. No Overlord of mine. Shoot. But Jjakji doesn't care about that base anyway, as he does take the north side one. But this is great for Hydra, man. Like, he's able to drone up to 73 uncontested. And he's already getting his 4th. Like... What else could you ask for as a Zerg player going into this? I
really like the cruise fit out of Hydra. It might not seem like that big of a deal because of how limited the maps are in size and the ways you can get around it, blah blah blah. But I do think one of the key features to this is the fact that if Jjakji does sneak through the rocks or if he does get through in a drop, Hydra's going to see it coming. It's not going to catch him off guard. It's not going to come out of nowhere.
Whoa! Really cool move. Goes in, snipes off the reactors, and then he contaminates all of those production structures. So that's 3-base economy.
That's called a dick move.
That is so messed up. like, oh yeah, just to add insult to injury, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that you never get that reactor back onto it. Because I don't think you can make a reactor when it has contaminate either, so that's actually really smart.
I actually don't know. I've never had to
Nobody
practice
uses
that.
overseers for contaminate, yeah.
I know, dude, like, I'm just saying, like, they don't cost any supply. It'd be so cool to have an army of that many overseers. Because, like, what if you don't have a Remax available because every Rax is contaminated?
Just keep on going in. This is good, though, for Hydra, because this is the point of time where Jjakji would like to be powering units as he starts to mine from the third. But he's not going to be able to have the same amount of units as he would. And this fourth base is going to be a lot easier to defend, not only because of the map itself, but just because of the production of Jjakji has been kind of halted for a bit. So I really like that, and it's makes me think that he's the one that picked this map. He's doing a lot of funky stuff already.
Well, regardless of whether it's the pick or not, it is actually, I'd say, somewhat unexpected that Jjakji's the one leading the series. Because, I mean, let's not forget he's up 1-0 at the moment. But the other thing, too, is like, yeah, I'm sitting here with my mind. We've had such short other groups for the ASL Prime League, and this is actually still just the preliminaries. We're not even in the winners-losers matches just yet.
Yeah, you're 100% right. As whoever wins this one will go on and face Patience. But that medevac it's not going anywhere. It's actually going to stay in the preliminary round because it just got taken out by the Mutas. There comes a big push out of Jjakji on the north side, but Hydra looks to be perfectly ready for it, thanks to the creep spread as well as just having his units there.
Well, the drop in the main is still going off. Hasn't fully been cleaned up. There we go. The Mutas finally get this last couple hits. Can the Widowmines get the shots on the Banelings, though? Hellions are, or Hellbats, pardon me, going to get taken out here pretty quickly. And this doesn't go so hot for Jjakji.
This is not going hot for Jjakji, period. I mean, the hottest thing about it is the Hellions that just got taken out, and they're not even here anymore.
Low-hanging fruit, my friend. You can do better.
But it's not about always trying to outdo yourself, Rifkin. Sometimes you gotta have just that mediocre statement.
But the one thing I'm looking at is that supply count. You know, Jjakji was playing at a disadvantage and rallying and coming forward engagements last game. Not happening this game. He's constantly down in supply. He's struggling to get ahead, and his worker count on his third base is not exactly flourishing.
No, and his drops are getting shut down pretty easily by Hydra, who's managed to get such a sick muta count and is not going to get his +2 sniped off like he did last time. Yeah. But this turret is going to hold these SCVs here for a bit. That'll give Jjakji the amount of time that he needs to get over there, but I was wondering if Hydra was going to do some kind of counterattack, but nope, he's just going to use the mutas and continue with his upgrades, and then he's going to get the infestation pit and just try to get ahead in that upgrade department. I don't think he'll ever be ahead in the upgrade department, but seems to be a lot more comfortable than the other game.
It's been a tough run this time around, that's for sure. Do we know what the third map is? Should this go in the favor of Hydra like the way it is?
I can't remember it off the top of my head, but
yeah, the admin messaged me, but I've already forgotten this one. My bad.
I can't remember actually. So.
Well, okay, well, we'll address that when we get to it. Because it could come into effect on like how much Jjakji wants to draw this out. Like, if it's Expedition Lost, for example, you definitely want to try fighting this one tooth and nail because you don't want to play an Expedition Lost.
Yeah, it looks like he is though. I mean, he's getting very aggressive. He really wants to put the hurt on Hydra, but I feel like Hydra is more than prepared now. He's making so many Banelings. He has a great bank, and well, this base is gonna get taken out, so that's a nice move here from Jjakji. But there is so hard to see those Widowmines on the creep. Is how I think he's holding those Widowmines. I don't know if they got hit by the Widowmine or if they actually just hit the Thor, those Banelings. But the trades are just too good here. A nice drop here at the fourth base of Hydra. The third, I don't know which it is anymore, but this is just kind of scary for Jjakji, who's on the run.
I don't know what life is, Tempo. What's happening?
I just don't know anymore. There's a lot of purple, red, and disappearing blue. Kind of crazy.
Yeah. Disappearing blue
a lot
is
of
probably
these
a good
lists.
accurate statement on the way this is going.
And yeah, this is just not gonna go well here for Jjakji. Losing pretty much everything. Doesn't have that bank that he needs, and he's just getting killed on all fronts.
His third base got gutted too. That's just
completely
a little too much. It comes back to surround, but this is looking. I mean, I don't know if he's going to call GG soon, but this is starting to get really out of control. Hydra now taking double the army supply lead. He's got upgrades going for him. He's on his way to Hive Tech. Jjakji's going to have 3-3 for a time. This will be really advantageous for him, of course, but loses all the medevacs. Oh, that's painful.
everything's getting taken out here.
I guess the key thing, though, is Hydra is in the position to throw. There's some really nice Widowmine placement. If his Mutalisks go down, Jjakji suddenly gets control back in this game. But losing his orbital...
the Ultralisk Cavern went down.
Huh?
I think you meant to say that the Ultralisk Cavern had went down. You said he's in the position to throw and started explaining a bunch of things, but then look, the Ultralisk Cavern just went down.
Oh, you got me. I was like, what the fuck, Demo? I was thinking, of course, just referencing the Widowmine, so you're right, like, the Ultralisk Cavern goes down, so he's in a position to throw the game.
But,
I can't believe these rocks haven't been taken out, by the way. Like, these have been sitting here knocked down for the entire game.
And it's funny that Hydra is going to be the one that takes it down. And, yeah, as soon as those rocks do go down, he could try to set up a flank. But if he goes through that middle with all those Widowmines there, I don't know, man. It might not even matter at this point. But, oh, friendly fire. It doesn't even matter, Rifkin.
Yeah, there's not enough. I hate to be so negative about it, but I mean, this game is basically...
This is brutal. Yeah, Hydra is just playing amazingly. Yeah. I don't know how else to say it.
I think a lot of it, a big influence comes from the map, but GG is called, and ladies and gentlemen, Hydra will take game number 2, tying up the series 1-1.
Wow. GG, man. Prime League. And here we are on game number 3 of the second match of the day. It is going to be 2 players that are so well deserving of all of the introductions in the world, so that is exactly what we are going to be giving them.
Well, spawning here in the bottom left corner of the map, he's got a lot of J's in his name, that's for sure. Let's hope he's going to take this last game seriously. Ladies and gentlemen, on game number 3, I present to you the blue Terran player hailing from my insanity. It is
Jjakji.
With his opponent in the top-ish, right-ish of Catalina. Going for, we'll see what he goes for in this game. It's going to be Root Gaming's
Hydra.
Going for Root. I've got to feel like a little bit in the background, too, is just to like, hail Hydra.
Yeah. He's, going for a pool first this game, man. And... he got the first scout, too, with his Overlord. Doesn't even need to send a drone out. And Jjakji is going to be going for Reaper Expand, but he's making a second Reaper. So this is probably the best-case scenario whenever a Zerg player is going for the pool first, because then you see it, and you're able to keep your Reaper at home.
So I think...
deal with those lings.
Looking back over the last 2 games, game number 1, Jjakji looked really strong, but so did Hydra. Game number 2, Hydra looked really strong, but Jjakji didn't really so much. So I'm really hoping that whatever it was that had him, the mental block or whatever in that last game, it gets cleared out of his head. And we see that strong Jjakji we saw in game number 1. Because even if he loses, I want to see him go down fighting really well, not kind of just fizzling out.
No, I agree 100%. Like, you never want to see a player just get beaten down in the second 2 game, or the second... you know what I meant to say. The other 2 games after the first. But the second and third game is what I should have just said. But I tried to make it all... You know what, English, man?
What you say?
What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis?
What you... Who are you?
What game is this?
In the bottom left corner of the map, we've got the blue Terran player from My Insanity. Give it up
Jjakji.
Dang, you're ready with that echo and everything. Props go to you, sir.
But yeah, that was really nice from Jjakji, who had that Reaper. Didn't get his command center delayed. Maybe just by a little bit, but, you know, it's okay. SCVs can take a beating every once in a while. As long as Banelings aren't in the mix. So, really nicely done by Hydra. I mean, by Jjakji, rather. So, I'm wondering, do we... I mean, this is Catalina, and... what do we see out of Jjakji? Is he just going to go into that kind of macro game again? You know, 3 command center. It looks like it. He has faith in his macro game, and he's shown it. Hydra opening different, though. I wonder if he's going to switch it up. Although he did get the speed. He's only getting 3 gases at the moment, and he hasn't taken his 3rd base.
Yeah, so... it's really hard to take a faster third on this map, though. It's right there, and that's well and good, but what good is it if you can't hold on to it? Perhaps worried about either earlier drops or maybe the Hellbat pushes. I mean, we'll see what's got him spooked, because he is going for that layer pretty quick, and really, you only really see this for 2-base Muta builds, and, well, actually, he does take all the gases now, so this very well could be what it is, yeah.
Making sure to saturate those minerals, I guess. Doesn't want to get too much gas, apparently. And he is going to be on 2 bases, so that's perfectly understandable, because he has to deal with whatever Jjakji is going to throw at him. Can't just rely on the mutas and say, alright, I'm going for mutas and you can't shoot up, but that doesn't mean anything if the Hellions are in your mineral line, so... I do like the 2-base muta style. It worked out for him last game, but he doesn't have that security of the rocks this time at all, so... He needs to be very careful and make sure to scout, not get caught off guard by like bad timing or anything. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case, Riff, as Jjakji is opening up the same way that he did, but getting great scouting info. He knows exactly what is going to be coming his way. Oh, no, he doesn't. He didn't see the, he saw the lair, but did not see the spire.
Ooh, that's gonna... Well, I mean, you know what the layer
you see the 2
bases, right? Yeah, unless you saw like a Roach War in an Evolution Chamber, you assume it's Mutalisk more so than the other way around.
Oh, Hero Reaper! Oh, the Transfuse!
Transfuse, the son of a bitch thing.
Oh my god, that is the sickest drone I've ever heard of. What? About to make a whole like HBO series on that drone right there.
I thought you were making a joke because you just said you ever heard of, and you're like, what?
Oh! Nice. That's what you're here for, man. You got me. We're like Keenan and Kel. Key and Peele.
Oh man, I love Key and Peele, dude. That episode where she's like interrogating him about the porn on his computer, he starts sweating like more and more and more. And then he's like, hey baby, let me ask you, do you think about anyone else during sex? And so she's like drenched, wet, sweating. Oh man, Key and Peele is so good. I love Key and Peele.
Really nice. Oh, but here comes those mutas, Rifkin, and Hydra delaying his upgrades and his Baneling Nest in order to get them out. Don't think that Jjakji will get caught by surprise. He has a good amount of Marines out, and he also has turrets at all of his bases, so he is going to be pretty nice, setting himself up for that macro game, as he does have his 3rd base up, and will be expanding at that northern side, rather.
Temple, you know what Muta stands for, right?
What does Muta stand for?
Mostly unfair Terran annihilators.
I hope you just thought of that just now.
Yeah, I did. And if we're going to say mutas with an S, then it'll be a son of a bitch at the end, but hyphenated.
Son of a bitch. It's not like part of it. It's just like what you say after the mutas are annihilating you.
I mean, you can never go a game, like, that's the thing, right? If mutas were that good, like, yes, it makes some jokes, right? But if mutas were that good, you could go with just pure mutas and win the game. And the reason you don't is because Thors are there, Wondermines are there, Marines are so good at trading up versus these very expensive units. I mean, they do cost 100 minerals, 100 gas, so it's not exactly easy to lose these.
Yeah.
But a lot of this comes down to control more than anything else. You can't just give any player 40 mutas and say good luck, have fun. There's some players, like, I can think of off the top of my head, that could easily control 8 mutas better than someone could control 40, right?
Mm-hmm. Like, I'll be the person controlling 40 if you're talking about any of them.
Yeah.
So.
You give me 100 mutas, I won't control them nearly as well as, like, say, Impact, for example, or something.
Yeah. So. And I like Hydra's muta control. He's been doing quite a bit of damage with them. And it lets him secure his 3rd base and just get the drone count up. He gets his drone count up so much, but whoa. As soon as we're done complimenting, he does lose a few of them there.
These Banelings can be quite scary,
though.
though.
He lost 2, actually, yeah. That's not bad at all for Hydra. Only 2 mutas lost, and he's killed so many workers, 11 in total so far.
It's also like you mentioned earlier today in the other series, where it's so much about your control, your retention of the Mutalisks. It's not exactly like whether you can get in there and pick off SCVs or not. It's about how many Mutalisks you can keep alive without taking heavy losses or repercussions.
Yeah. It's definitely something that any aspiring Zerg player should try to focus on every time they go for Ling Bling Muta, especially in this matchup. You have those mutas at the late game, and they start to shred turrets, and they can just pick off all the medevacs, and it makes Terran a little bit more cautious. Nothing makes a Terran feel better than just getting a whole group of mutas that fly across a group of stimmed Marines. But the Baneling counterattack at the 3rd, really nicely done from Jjakji, is warded off with that sick bunker placement.
It's interesting, too, to see the bunker coming to such effect. Normally it just gets taken down pretty quickly and, soaks a couple of Banelings.
Mm-hmm. And it did work. He even repaired it up.
Mm-hmm.
Back good as new. Hydra. is down in supply. He was just up in supply by a lot. I don't know exactly what happened, if it was those Lings and Banes that tried to get damage done but didn't, but Jjakji's starting to take the supply lead again, and Hydra doesn't have Baneling speed just yet. I don't know for how long he delayed it for, but that is not even close to being done, as he has to deal with this attack coming on the front, as well as the drop inside of his main. Is Jjakji going to be able to peel Hydra apart with these drops like he did on game 1? Is Hydra going to be able to stabilize? Because this is a point that is so hard to do on Catalina without having Baneling speed. Pretty much up to the mutas.
It's potential, right? I mean, Catalina does have that really nice drop potential to it, but it is really interesting to see Jjakji actually expand the way he did as well. Not really talking on this too much, but that third base is in a funny spot. But all the Banelings get off on that one last shot. So that works out really well for him. Starts turning this around.
Go kill!
Yeah, not focused down on our drop, so could have gone better.
That was so brutal. And now we're going to see the Terran player, Jjakji, just put on the hurt, although looks like... Okay, then. That was actually some friendly fire as well as some good Baneling hits, but the damage that's being done in the main is pretty nice. It will get cleaned up, but there's a drop also at the 4th. Jjakji, in his swing of things, he is feeling it, and he's just going to continue to push on forward. This is crazy. That Widowmine hit was just... robusto!
Well, it's certainly turning this around for his potential to win. He's also going to have 2-2 finish up in just a second, so he will have an upgrade lead over his opponent for a very critical point in the game where he's pushing into that natural base. Banelings are morphing. A lot of these Marines are really low. Can the Mutos even engage on this? That's the big question. There are a hell of a lot of Mutos tempo. This is not 9 or 8.
It's actually a 22. Yeah. This is going to get cleaned up, actually. Jjakji not having enough anti-air to deal with this. This is a ridiculous amount of mutas right now, but that is a good Widowmine hit, but it's just not enough. They're going to regenerate soon enough.
These Widowmines should be kind of okay. Oh, it focus fires on the Banelings. I forgot we're casting Mother Flip and Jjakji. I don't know if anyone saw that for like a fraction of a second. He selects the Widowmine to do this. He's one of the few Terran players who consistently focus fires his Widowmines. This goes all the way back to the days of Frost, when I remember he told me after playing, I think it was Nurture, said, I'm trying to learn to do this on purpose. So
yeah. I mean, it pays off in dividends pretty heftily, so that was really, really sick, and it really made it so he doesn't have as much momentum anymore, like Hydra, at least. With that, he cleaned it all up, and then all of a sudden he can't counterattack, so Jjakji feeling pretty good about that, as he does gather his forces again, starting 3-3. They are on equal upgrades. Widowmine is still alive inside of the natural, and these Lings are looking pretty juicy as they morph into Banelings.
Yeah, and he's maintaining supply. Oh man, this Widowmine in the natural, please. But yeah, he's maintaining the supply lead this time, something he struggled to do last time, and whether it's through Zerglings or not, oh god, look at that stuff, or whether it's through Banelings. I mean, we look at the actual unit counting station right now, it's only 17 Banelings. This is really not enough to contend with what Jjakji's sending across the map.
No, and he's going across the map hungry for blood. Widowmines are going to get taken out, though. They don't have the drilling claws, and now this is a bit of an issue here for Jjakji, as he's not able to get that foothold.
Oh, he's already too far gone. Thor's going to go down. Widowmine's trying to burrow here behind the cliff. Kind of a cute little move. Can to go off on the Banelings. Yeah, it's good. Not the best hit in the world, but he's got another Widowmine to work with. No focus fire on this one, though. So, well, look at the shot on the throws of death. Another Widowmine. Jjakji's just the man with more and more Widowmines. Focuses down on the Mutalisks with it. Hides in this bunker. He should be able to hold. There's no Banelings to push this through. Drops in the natural. Drops everywhere. Drops in the main. There is, the hive, the Spire goes down. Oh, the Spire going down is a big pickup. Third base is no mining anymore whatsoever. Can Jjakji's production hold is going to be the big question. Hydra's on top of the production. This is the danger zone for Terran. This is where it gets really scary. But Jjakji is borderline base trading this out while this goes on. Lots of damage across the other side of the map, and Hydra can't clean this up with Lings. He needs Banelings.
He needs Banelings. I don't even know if the Baneling nest got sniped. It did not, so they are able to make Banelings, at least Hydra. But he can't make any more Lings. The spawning pool has been taken out. Yeah. Hydra is down to 23 drones. Jjakji is holding on just a bit. Widowmine was pretty okay, and he's trying to get some Terrans up, but they're not going to get up. Oh my god.
He pulled SCVs to deal with the Lings so his Marines can be a little bit more manageable, but this is just a shitty situation for both players. No one can really defend. Jjakji's out of money, so he can't keep producing the Marines that have been slowly whittling away at the mutas, but that health regeneration is just absurd. All the damage that goes under the mutas, it pretty much disappears.
Yeah, those SCVs better just hug that turret in the natural. It's not going to really matter. But remember, these mutas only have +1, and the snipe was picked off, so that +2 won't come into effect.
But look at this base
turret could give him some time.
Yeah. Hydra throws down an extractor down there to the south. kind of a bit of a desperation move to make sure he doesn't completely lose this. But Jjakji going back home with the medevacs, he's getting really scared about losing this game. I don't know that he's done this. He's spam repairing it, but he doesn't have a lot of money.
He's broke. Yep. Oh, Nick does go down.
Look, that turret gets some kills, please. Going healing up to orange. Mutalisk regeneration. Are you for real right now?
Yep, it is too much. Hydra has not rebuilt his base. Oh, he's actually down to his last hatchery, so he's never going to be able to mine, and he spent a little bit too much money. You know, he can't. This is full on.
It sucks that Jjakji lost all his production. If he kept those racks alive and floated them to his third or something, he'd be in such a good spot. Because he's got a bunker down, he's got a turret down, he's muling this up, he's got 1,400 minerals, but nothing to build with.
Yeah, and where are his units? He has 2 medevacs full of units, and he's going for it. He's
Hydra
going for
can't
the
build
buildings.
Anything. Yeah, he can't. He
can't build anything.
Well, he can build extractors and shit, but I mean, yeah, no hatcheries. He's actually building a baneling nest to make a couple more banelings. Just kind of a cute move, but
might as well.
I think Jjakji should just try and base trade this. As good as Mutalisk are, they don't build buildings the same rate Marauders and Marines do. And this is a lot of stim bios. So I think it's going to be Hydra who has to come home to the pan. But Jjakji, you gotta go for every building. You can't just skip past an extractor.
You can't leave them. No, not at all. Even the broodlings softening up. These medevacs are getting so low on energy that when these mutas do come back, I think he's going to be able to. These Marines have been stimmed to death, but they do have K3.
He's revealed. He knows that Hydra's only got, well, nothing left. Let's see. There's one extractor. Oh, he's actually building some extractors on the other side of the map. Defensive. Okay.
This is crazy. Yeah, the mutas are going to be holding that down.
Oh, he evacuated the bunker to push. Oh, he was going full base trade because of this. The Lynx killed it at the third. He should have been able to hold this one Marine in that bunker with some repairs. Would have been all he needed. I think Jjakji's going to lose this game now.
I mean, I think that even if he YOLOs onto that extractor, he forgot about the one in the main of Hydra.
Yeah.
So even if he somehow gets it.
Well, there's still more in a way. There's more extractors that are going to come down. He can't win this. If that bunker was still standing, if there was production of any form, if there was Raxes down, a lot of what ifs, but not happening.
Oh my God! There's one SCV, the chosen one. The
chosen
one.
It's going for the base trade, right? Maybe he turtles up and wins. There's really no Baileys. There's a very few amount of links, but it's going to be too late because the mutas are going to get past these turrets. The Lings are going to pick off the turrets. The mutas have nothing to deal with. Jjakji is kind of up shit creek without a paddle tempo. This is looking really bad. He doesn't have any other buildings on the map. He doesn't have any SCVs escaped. This is everything he has in this small cluster.
My God, I think Hydra has that muta count that he needs. 17 mutas are going to be pretty good.
Between Ryung and between Jjakji, this has come way too down to the wire for our Terran players tonight.
It's crazy, and they're so close, but it's just not going to be enough. Hydra is smartly moving his drones all around in order to put those extractors wherever he pleases. But this medevac for Jjakji on the south side of the map, he's going to try to do a dual-pronged attack and try to catch Hydra off guard. If he doesn't make that building and isn't paying attention, the mutas are out of position, Rifkin. And where are those drones? Even those drones getting taken out at the... Oh my God! At the last building! I didn't realize it was the last command center, and that was it.
Alright, Hydra ties it up on the technical win. I like it. I like it.
Woo.
You don't see a lot of games end in StarCraft 2, even though that's the only real win.